Paranormal Survivor Season 5, The Afterlife, Take 1.
We purchased a house in Howard Beach in 2011. I was excited about buying it because I'm also a builder and a designer, and it was the first time building for myself, designing it, and doing something for me and my wife.
When Rocky moved in with his family, he found the house contained some troubling surprises.
When I always went from the first floor to the second floor, I felt always a coldness going up that staircase, on my back only. Deep, deep cold, like a crackling cold, like an ice cold. And I felt that something was always behind me. And never thought of anything. Other events started happening in the house. I hear a crash. I hear my wife running across from the top floor, thinking that she thought maybe I fell or something. And we got into my daughter's room, and we seen that everything that was on the shelf above a bureau has fell to the floor. There were collectibles from when she was a baby, miniature statues and stuff that I have bought for her throughout the years. It looked like somebody actually swiped it right off and it went straight to the floor. We couldn't figure out how it happened.
What happened in his daughter's room was very strange, but it wasn't the part of the house where Rocky felt the most uncomfortable.
When I would go towards the master bedroom, I felt a lot of activity there. Somebody was watching me. I didn't feel comfortable at all, and I kept this to myself for a very long time.
The feeling would only escalate.
Michelle and I were watching TV.
What show?
I started feeling different. And I hear music in the dining room. One of my cousins just passed away. And I hear my father in Italian, "Johnny, come by us." Johnny, that was my cousin Johnny that passed away. That wake was that day.
Hey, Johnny, Dairy Queen.
My father passed away 23 years ago. I could feel that my dad was always there. I do talk to him. I believe in the afterlife. And that evening, I heard my father call his cousin over.
Oh, Johnny, Dairy Queen.
And it sounded more of an Italian feast going on. I can hear him say, "Johnny, come on over."
Johnny, Dairy.
I was close to him. I love him. I do miss him. I feel like I still have a connection with him.
I miss you, Pop.
Often we feel that we can still communicate with past relatives, a father, a mother, because we have a connection with them. And we're very aware that even though their physical body may not be here, that their soul or the essence of them remains.
Rocky's connection with the spirit world seemed to be growing stronger, but only for the worse.
The bedroom was cold that night. We were laying down again in the bed. I could feel that something was going to happen. I happened to turn over to put my arms around Michelle. I looked in the mirror and I seen the mirror from left to right go into darkness. It started dark and then it started going across the mirror and it started turning clear again. I seen a shot. And I remember taking the phone, I took a picture to the main entrance door of the bedroom.
Rocky Premiani built his family a dream home, but after moving in, he started hearing the voices of long-dead relatives. Then, he began seeing a shadowy apparition.
And I remember him taking the phone. I took a picture to the main entrance door of the bedroom. I looked at the picture and I see a white light coming towards me. When you blow up the picture, then you could see the background of somebody's skull back there. I was surprised to see that picture. I was chilled to the bone to see that picture, that I actually got it on camera. And you just don't know who, what, if it is a good spirit, a bad spirit, whatever it was. I wasn't sure if this was just running through my mind or whatever, and who am I going to tell who's going to believe? Maybe I was going crazy, whatever. It's not something that you would just go out and tell anybody, you know what I'm saying? I guess from there I started believing.
The strange nighttime activity would only intensify.
I must have fallen asleep. I felt coldness coming to me again, and I just get this feeling that something's gonna happen. I seen a shadow. This can't be, I'm saying to myself. I see a silhouette of a lady, and she was just standing still, looking out towards the balcony. Very scary then to see that. Later that evening, I hear Michelle. It was like a crackled voice, like somebody was in a tunnel, like a very deep voice, where you could hear Michelle. I wake up, Michelle.
Do you hear that?
Somebody's calling your name.
You must speak to me.
And we hear Michelle in the master bedroom, then Michelle again in the dining room, and then on the third time, Michelle actually heard it herself. Michelle! She was scared that she heard it for the first time. She knew what was happening.
Michelle!
What the hell is that?
She gets out of bed. We were so confused, we thought maybe there was people outside. She opened the front door. And there was nobody there. I was convinced then that, yeah, it was a spirit, but that night when I heard it, I actually lost it.
What do you want from us? Leave me alone!
I had enough that night. That night was bad. That night was really bad. I would sleep with the lights on. That's what I would do, just get it for the night. We needed to get help.
When you're experiencing paranormal activity and it is elevated, in other words, you're receiving this energy extremely fast and it's all the time, it can definitely become overwhelming. You can become drained and it can physically start to alter your life.
Rocky called in paranormal investigator Brian B. to help.
Rocky seemed terrified. He was under a lot of stress at the time.
Brian also brought in psychic medium Virginia Centrillo.
I'm a liaison between the living and the dead. I'm able to speak with the dead and help them cross over if needed. When I first arrived to the property, I felt a heaviness, almost like, don't come in here. We don't want to be bothered with you. We're not leaving.
He did a lot of renovations. And in any older house, anything you do renovations will definitely stir up the spirits.
Brian began the investigation by using a spirit box, a modified radio that spirits can communicate through.
We started to ask questions, say who was there.
Who's there?
Can you talk to us?
Tell us your name.
And at one point, Rocky said,
Dad, is that you?
and the name Carlo came up.
Carlo was the name of Rocky's father.
I asked my father, Dad, where are you? Are you okay?
Where are you?
He said to me in Italian, I'm dead. And moved on, he passed on. I heard my father's voice.
I believe he was trying to let Rocky know that he was there. Maybe to try and alleviate his stress he was having to find who might this be. So I think it might have helped Rocky a little bit knowing his father was there.
I started to realize all his family members were there. He was communicating with them on the other side.
Satisfied Rocky's family meant no harm, the investigators moved on to the master bedroom.
What signaled to me as soon as I walked in that there was a woman in the room that wanted attention.
Hello?
This person was very confused. I believe they died of Alzheimer's or dementia and was very confused and angry.
Rocky Premiani was experiencing disturbing paranormal activity in his new home. Investigators discovered some of it was being caused by Rocky's long-dead relatives, but the rest was the work of something much darker.
This person was very confused. I believe they died of Alzheimer's or dementia and was very confused and angry.
You all right?
There's definitely something here.
You feeling this?
And that spot right there felt very heavy. Someone was there, so that was a spot we wanted to also investigate.
100% there is a portal. And I believe this is where this entity was coming through. And it turned out to be this woman who was just very confused and angry. Like, what are these people doing to my house? Why are they changing this? Why are they touching things? Why are they moving things around? This is my home.
Virginia knew they had to cross the female spirit over.
Spirits, open the portal and let this woman through.
Spirits, open the portal and let this woman through.
Spirits, open the portal
To let this woman through.
Louder.
Spirits, open the portal to let this woman through.
It took a while to convince her that she was no longer on this earth plane and that she's safe to move over into the light. So it was kind of a struggle. I had to actually bring her back from dementia. So I had to go back a couple of years with her and work with her and keep repeating to her, you've passed over. It's time to go into the light. Your husband is waiting for you.
Spirits,
Open the portal and let this woman through.
And as we began working with her, there was no longer a death look in her eyes.
Spirits, open the portal and let this woman through.
All of a sudden I see this hand and this nice looking gentleman came through.
walk into the light. Your husband is waiting.
As he took her away, the energy started to shift in that room. We all felt it. And also the portal became brighter and lighter. And then they disappeared.
After the spirit was gone, Virginia and Brian cleansed the house.
It felt good, it felt more calm, quiet, and the house felt better after the cleanse.
Now Rocky could concentrate on the positive aspects of being able to communicate with the spirit world, and especially his late father.
I believe the spirits really focused on Rocky and not Michelle because Rocky was so open. I believe Rocky's family was there trying to protect him and trying to help him with this woman and the fears that Rocky had.
The loving spirits is our family. A lot of loving people that protected me and Michelle.